carries on. Saying that the purpose of the 3-day trip on the cruise ship is growing gap between service costs and what consumers can afford. And I would like that other municipalities actually ask the district municipality of the West Coast why they are spending, in my opinion, irresponsibly their ratepayers' funds. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Gous. We'll have a comment there from your side on UB. I think it's UB9, Councillor Gous. Thank you so much. I see the light of the council whip. You may proceed, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As far as we've been made aware of to understand it, that there is a sponsorship for that event. The municipal fiscus for Mossel Bay is only responsible for one night stay for the mayor and his travel. He's also attending other events in Cape Town thereafter. Any questions, I think, relating to the West Coast and the sponsorship or not of the project, I think should be directed at that municipality and is not really relevant to this meeting. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Whip. Follow up, Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Just a point of clarity. I am in agreement with the whip. The matter is just a concern generally for the Western Cape, particularly in light of the fact that the acknowledgement is the concern of the financial state of municipalities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We then take note. Proceed. Romans 8 on our agenda. Cognizance of the municipal manager's resolutions in terms of delegated authority as per Council Resolution E215. Thank you very much, Alderman Boyson. We record that Alderman Boyson is excusing himself from the council meeting at this stage. Back to item Roman 8. Municipal managers' resolutions in terms of delegated authority as per the Council Resolution E215, 8 of 2024, as provided for in Section 5918 of the Act on Local Government, the Municipal Systems Act. Front of Council is items GM5 to GM10. Can I please have a proposal that Council take cognizance?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Ek stel so voor.
Alderman Delamain is proposing. Can I have a seconder?
Councillor van Dijk, Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, Councillor van Dijk. We are then at Roman 9 on our agenda. It is communications by Councillor Gous. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just on a point of clarity regarding item GM5, the writing off of 395,000 rand for bad debt, basically. From the item I saw, it was up to February 2025. I might have missed it, but I'm not sure exactly what the period was. Was it 3 months, or what was the period? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question of clarity, Councillor Gous. Going to ask the municipal manager on the question to please respond. Thanks, MM.
Speaker, I wasn't here, but if Councillor Gous can maybe just repeat the question, and then I'll ask Mr. Leroux and the acting MM who was here to respond. I wasn't here at the time. Thank you.
Not a problem at all, municipal manager. Councillor Gous, would you kindly just
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, yes. I'm also happy to receive the answer after the council meeting if necessary, but I just wondered what period that entailed, the 395,000 rand write-off of bad debt.
Thank you very much, Director Potgieter. Thank you very much. I see your light. You can proceed with the response.
Speaker, I do not have the information in front of me at the moment, but we will provide it.
Fair. Thank you very much. Councillor Gous has indicated that she's willing to then receive it after the meeting, and I then rule as such. Thank you very much, Director Potgieter. See the light of Councillor Buddha. You may proceed, Councillor Buddha.
Speaker, thank you. Speaker, we welcome the report from the manager and the UPs also. Speaker, we want just these exercises must go deeply in our wards, please, in Ward 12 special. I was just having in Baker Street all around elder people who just the electricity is blocked, water is blocked. So this thing of entering the people, so helping, especially the disadvantaged people, so that to write off the debt, it must go through all the wards, please.
Thank you very much, Councillor Buddha. The municipal manager has indicated that he notes your inputs made. It is appreciated. Okay. Thank you very much. No other questions from council? Okay, we then proceed. Acting Mayor, is there any communications you wish to share with council and the public on behalf of the Office of the Mayor? You may proceed.
Nothing, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Councillors, communications by the Speaker. Thank you very much. I do have. Yes, Councillor Buddha.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I do have questions to the mayor. So that I was thinking that we're going to communicate while the mayor is sitting there, so that I must raise my question. It was not a motion, it was a sort of questionnaire regarding the fleas, regarding the RTP and so on and so on. The letter is here. I was just thinking that I granted the opportunity so that I can raise my questions, not motion the questions.
Thank you, Councillor Buddha. As per the rules, there is a procedure which I do believe that you are aware of in terms of submitting questions. I see the light of Council Whip.
Madam Speaker, as this matter is handled further in the agenda itself, I think we should have it stand to that time.
Okay. Councillor Buddha, are you comfortable that we handle it as such?
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I saw it was transferred to the emotion. But as I said, I was having a question, Speaker. I wrote a letter then, so that to question the executive mayor in terms of this town pertaining the housing, etc. That's what I wrote there.
Thank you for that clarity, Councillor Buddha. Council Whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Now, if we look at the agenda, that is a motion of question, and then the questions are answered in that motion of question. So questions can be a motion of question. It's still questions, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Councillor Buddha, can we handle it as such when we come to the housing item, that you then proceed to introduce your questions?
Thank you, Speaker. Can I have 5 minutes, Coca, Speaker?
Not a problem.
With the ANC, because not my letter, it's the ANC letter. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Buddha. 5-minute caucus then granted to Councillor Buddha, and whilst the ANC is getting themselves ready to leave the council chambers, please note at the communications of the Speaker, we will have an award ceremony. We have our students here this morning that we're going to honor. So please just take note of that. 5 minutes. Councillor Mkontu, 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes? No, 5 minutes. Thank you very much to the ANC. Thank you very much, colleagues. We welcome to our learners. Just want to tell you, be calm, don't get nervous. You in Parliament now. But just stay absolutely calm. All right. Thank you very much. Julian, are we back online? Thank you very much, council members, members of the public. The council meeting are being streamed live. We have the ANC back in the chambers. They have called for a 5-minute caucus, and I would like to ask Councillor Buddha then to give the caucus feedback to council. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I'm going just to hand it to my colleague Mkonto just to explain our position. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Buddha. It's then Councillor Mkonto who will now address council with the feedback. Thank you so much.
Molweni.
Thank you very much. We have our interpreter Matthew there, and we're ready to proceed. Councillor Mkonto.
Madam Speaker, ndicela nje ukukhumbuza
Matthews. Thank you very much. Councillors, can you hear? Just one sec, Councillor Mkonto. Say, and Councillor
Yeah.
Porter, you good? Carlin, you help for Councillor Porter. Raadslid Annie. Raadslid Leroux. Raadslid Kannemeyer. Okay, settings is verkeerd. You good, Councillor Porter, thank you. Amal reg? Good. Yes, thank you very much. Councillor Mkonto, you may proceed.
Madam Speaker, in regarding le question esasiyifakile, ndicela nje ukukhumbuza
Sincere apologies, we do have a technical glitch. Councillors, are your lights on? Director Nels light is on.
Okay.
All right. Julian is die Superman vandaag. Was het Karl en ik trek terug? Matthews, are you there? Matthews, are you there?
Op 01 speaker.
Okay. Proceed, Councillor Mkonto.
njengoba bendisatsho Madam Speaker into yokuba ndicela nje ukukhumbuza le council
Is jy op 01?
01.
01, né? Dis English. Matthew praat?
Okay. Yes.
Ukuthi sayifaka le question kumeya in a council meeting. Wasikhumbuza into yokuba masiyifake as i-question esilandele i-rules as a speaker. Then umeya wangena kuyo wayiphendula nje esithi esinika isithembiso into yoba uza kwenza i-follow up then asiphathele impendulo epheleleyo. Le lambalelwano yayingeyombalelwano ethetha ngemotion noba unoyijonga akho motion ethethwayo phaya. Siqhela uzifaka emotion sayazi uba siyifaka kanjani. So sisacela into yokuba mayiphendulwe as a question as uba umeya eqhela uziphendula ezinye questions. Asinangxaki noba xa ithe wabuya kuba siyabona kekho ngoku xa ithe wabuya ayiphendule as a question. Enkosi, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mkontu. I note your input. I will respond now, see the light of the council whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We are now being forced to move forward in the agenda to E79, where the questions are listed together with their answers. If the ANC feels, through you, Speaker, that they would rather have the questions directly from the Mayor, I think that can be organized after the fact easily. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Botha. Then to the ANC, the motion is indeed in the council agenda with the questions and answers. I'm not going to allow discussions on the same thing. So can I get clarity if it is the same questions, because there's no use that we then post questions in the absence of the Mayor, where the item contains your questions with the answers. Just clarity on that before I make a ruling.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Tabula.
Before our colleagues give your answer of the clarity, I need to speak about this question. If you see them, I was writing this one as the ANC, Madam Speaker, not about individual as a councillor, witness, chief with Buddha. So this question is raised as the ANC. So you need, if you raise the question as an organization in the council, you must refer in the agenda as an organization, not as an individual council.
Thank you, Councillor Tabula. We're not discussing the item. So the ANC must now give their position. If we need to deal with the questions in the item, then I'm going to wait until we get to the item and not allow additional questions now. So can I get confirmation? In the absence of the Mayor, do you want to submit a question? Or is the question related to the item in the agenda where your questions is contained with the answers? Please help me, Councillor Mkontu.
Madam Speaker, as we said, we raise our question to Mayor. We know that we were supposed to raise if we would like as a motion. We never wanted to raise as a motion. We raised as a question. So we expected Mayor to answer us as a questions that come from the ANC. Now, if you are saying we go to that item, the person come with the motions proposed, that the ANC proposed motions, must be the one that withdraw. We never come with that item as a motions.
Thank you very much. I'm going to deal with the item on the agenda. When we get there, we then proceed. Communications by the Speaker. This morning it's my honor. My office have invited our prestige students who have excelled over the past weekend. You would all know when they participated in the SA National Primary Schools Track and Field Championships, which was held in Germiston. A warm welcome to all the educators in the gallery. Thank you very much. And then to our students who's now entering the council chambers. I am going to ask our municipal manager and our acting mayor to do the handover for us. And as I call the name of the school, I'm going to ask the learner to come and then the educator from the school who is present to also come forward. So the educators, for your convenience, please use that side to come to the front. Thank you very much. Ronel, dis hier waar jy nou moet help met die pronunciation. Ek wil nie die kinders se name verkeerd kry nie, is 'n groot oomblik vir hulle. Council members, the championships were held in Germiston, Gauteng, on the 20th to the 22nd of March 2025, and the Western Cape Province Primary Schools athletes excelled in all of their events and received a total of 88 medals. Mossel Bay is natuurlijk baie trots om te kan sê dat 7 van daardie 88 medaljes deur ons eie atlete van ons dorp ontvang is. 3 goud, 3 silwer en 1 brons. For Kuro Mossel Bay, we had Shioma Offer. Am I pronouncing your name correct? For the girls under 10, a medal for the 100 meter and a gold medal for the 4 times 100 meter relay. Can I please ask the teacher to also be, yeah. Julle moet nou my mat toe staan. Well done. Okay. Then for Dias Primary, we have Ty Royd Arendse. The boys under 13. For his participation, where's the teacher? For his participation in the 1,500 meter and then a gold medal in the 800 meters. Baie geluk, Ty. Ja, Lee is by die gym. Hy moet die kinders ook leer om te gym. Dis hoekom hy by Dias is, dankie. Then we have Artenbos Laerskool, Luke Winter for the sons under 10. Vir sy deelname in gewigstoot en sy prestasie. Baie geluk, Luke. En daar is sy pragtige onderwyser. Ja, ons sien. I say thank you very much. Congratulations, Lou. We also from Hartenbos have Jacques van Wyk, who unfortunately is not present, but we do have his award and the teacher will receive his award. Hy het deelgeneem in diskus. En sy afwesigheid aan 'n klapie. Goed, dan ook vanaf Hartenbos Laerskool het ons dan vir Connor Bevan, seuns onder 12, deelname in gewigstoot en spiesgooi. Baie geluk, Connor. Then from Milkwood Primary, in her absence, Jessica van Sail, girls under 13, silver medal in shot put. They're not here. It will be handed over to the school. Baie dankie. Goed, dan het ons vir Park Laerskool, Ronel. Mianay Skutte, dogters onder 12 vir haar deelname in die 75 meter hekkies en discus. Baie geluk, well done to you. Sê welkom aan die meneer, dankie. Goed. Baie dankie, Mianay. Dan ook van Laerskoolpark het ons vir Mia Rousseau, dogters onder 12, bronsmedalje vir hoogspring. Juffrou, u moet nie gaan nie. Hulle moet net buite wag want ons gaan nog 'n groepfoto vat asseblief. Dankie, juffrou. Goed, dan ook van Park Laerskool het ons vir Mikael Prins. Miguel. Dankie, Kalen. Puta, moet nie my slaan nie. Vir seuns onder 13 sy deelname in hoogspring en 'n silwer medalje in die 80 meter hekkies. Dan ook van Park Laerskool, Jordan Seiden, seuns onder 13, vir sy deelname in verspring en sy goue medalje en nuwe Suid-Afrikaanse rekord met 'n tyd van 11 sekondes vir die 80 meter hekkies. Thank you very much. Councillors, we are now going to break for 10 minutes. I am inviting the whole council to please move to the stoep wat oor die see kyk, waar ons met die gesamentlik met die studente 'n groepfoto sal neem. So die volle raad asseblief, baie dankie. We are inviting all the councillors to please join us outside for a photo with all the students. Thank you very much.
Speaker. Ek wil net sê Ronel se seun rig die hoogspringmeisie af.
Thank you very much, everybody. Eunice is streaming on. Thank you very much, everybody, councillors, members of the public in the gallery, and those joining online. We will now proceed with our agenda for today. We had a bit of technical glitches and a bietjie mure en so aan and a lekker fotosessie. But now we're back to the business of today, and I request that everybody just cooperate, that we have silence and that we are focused. I see the light of Councillor Baron.
Speaker, I have asked Tiazen to come back because I want to say something before she leaves.
You're more than welcome to do so. Councillor Baron, you have the floor.
Speaker, ek dink ek gaan sommer Afrikaans praat.
U mag, ons het 'n interpreter.
Ek wil net vir die council sê, ek was al persoonlik betrokke by die parkskool se atletiek en ook met die kinders van ander skole. Nou Tiazen is eintlik by Kiro, maar sy is in charge van al die laerskole. Sy is soos 'n coördinator van hulle almal. Ek het seker goed met haar kom bespreek en gesien hoe professioneel is sy. En ook hoe sy al die atlete by die naam ken met almal van hulle se tye. Sy uit haar kop uit sonder om op 'n blaai te kyk. So ek wil sê ons atletiek op die laerskole spesifiek is volgens my baie gesond, maar ek wil haar na persoon bedank vir dit wat sy doen. Dankie Speaker.
Kom ons gee vir haar 'n klapie. I think it's well deserved, and council join in congratulating you. As the teachers, you are valued because you invest in our future. Dit is nie maklik om met jong mense te werk nie. So baie dankie. U lyk vir my asof u redelik vir hulle absoluut onder beheer het. Knap gedaan. I see the light of Councillor Van Dijk, who also want to speak to. Okay, something else. All right, thank you very much. Councillor Baron, is it fine now that we then excuse them? Thank you very much. God bless. We then proceed. I see the light of Councillor Van Dijk.
Speaker, dankie. Ek wil net vir u meld dat meneer Williamson het die vergadering verlaat. Hy is ongelukkig op pad plek toe vir 'n ander verantwoordelikheid. So net laat vir die rekorddoeleindes.
Groot dankie Raadslid Van Dijk. Dit word opreg waardeer. We then take note that Mr. Williamson has left the council meeting. The interpreter Matthews, the ANC is indicating they can't hear. Councillors, in front of me, before we get to the agenda, I need to congratulate Councillor Furness with his birthday that is celebrated on the 1st of March 2025. Councillor Furness, well done and all the best for the new year. Irak nou bietjie ouer. So die Franse woordjies moet bietjie minder raak. But thank you for the work you do and may God bless you. Then to Councillor Van Dijk, who will be celebrating his birthday on the 29th of March. Wish you all the best, Councillor Van Dijk, and thank you for the work that you do for the town and council. Also, congratulations to you. Then, councillors, sadly, we also have a list of residents from our town who has passed, and I now ask you to join me to honor them with a moment of silence. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everybody. You may be seated. We are then at the first item on our agenda, Item E58, the adoption of the 2024 Oversight Report and approval of the 2024 Annual Report. In front of Council to adopt and approve as per recommendations 1, 2. Can I please have a proposer?
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I would gladly propose. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Finance Chairperson is proposing. Can I please have a seconder?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I also want to second on this item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Annie Janse van Rensburg. Opening up the council item for comments and questions of clarity. Councillor Baron and then Councillor Gwaza. In that order. Oh, Councillor Gwaza is first. Councillor Gwaza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I speak with that, I would like to say to Councillor Van Dijk and Mr. Prince, I like your ties. You must plug my fellow Councillor ANC where you bought your ties. Back on the item.
Thank you, Councillor Gwaza.
Yes, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we don't support the draft annual report for 2023 and 2024 as it does not address the pressing needs to our disadvantaged communities. Backyard dwellers, informal settlement, these communities continue to face challenges in accessing basic service. The draft report fails to provide comprehensive plan to address these service delivery gaps, which is unacceptable. We believe it is our responsibility to ensure that all communities receive service delivery. If we check, Madam Speaker, on the draft report, equitable share, that on the 203, there was amount of 119 million that was allocated on that year. And also, if also you check on 2024, also there was amount that was allocated on equitable share of amount of 130 million. That we not sure this amount has been spent. This amount has not been spent where our communities that needs money and needs basic services. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gwaza, for your input and concerns raised, which is noted. Councillor Baron and then Councillor Gous, and then I'm going to ask the MM to respond. Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Freedom Front Plus is not in support of the oversight report. The annual report is part of the oversight report, and the reason for this is very simple. According to the Freedom Front Plus, there's new legislation, and all the municipalities is busy to comply with this new legislation. I from my side already wrote a letter about the new legislation, but I didn't succeed. Because according to me, the oversight chairperson, and I was sitting in the Salga meetings for very long, is supposed to be a full-time, the chairperson, with all the powers. There's a new toolkit that is supposed to be implemented together with a new legislation, and currently this municipality is not complying. So according to me, we don't have oversight for Mossel Bay municipality, and that is the main reason that we abstain. We are against this item. The terms of reference is supposed to be drawn up by Salga with the municipality. That must be approved here, and currently we don't have it like that. The terms of reference are approved by this municipality alone, without intervention of Salga. So at the current moment, we are busy with a letter to the minister, that is Anton Pradel, also to Salga, and the Minister of Kokta, who signed the new legislation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your input, Councillor Baron, and it is also duly noted. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I would like to just note that all the ACDP concerns were addressed in the impact meeting, and also in the oversight report and in the minutes, and for that I'm grateful. I also would like to take the opportunity to thank the chairperson of the committee and my fellow councillors that serve on the committee, as well as the administration for the opportunity given to me to ask questions, even the follow-up questions that I sent in. Most of them have been answered. I would like to just say one thing, Speaker. I would like to encourage the Mossel Bay Municipality to accept the challenge to be completely transparent. It is a concern of mine that there are sometimes questions are asked that are either delayed in reply or are fielded, if that's the best way that I can put it. And then I do also want to say that I'd like to urge the municipality to remain open to constructive criticism, and that we can continue to work alongside as all parties in the municipality for the best for our residents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous, for your input made and comments raised. I did not get from your self that you are indicating that you are against.
No.
Not at all. Thank you very much for that confirmation. Is there any other questions?
Speaker, my apologies. If I may just, the annual report, the ACDP is in support of the fact that we believe it is a largely accurate representation of the past year. It doesn't speak to the years ahead. It doesn't speak to whether we're happy with the way the budget was spent or anything, but it's a true reflection of what happened in the municipality for the year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. To yourself, Acting Director, Mr. Leroux, Finance Chairperson, and the staff, everybody who has been involved. Please accept Council's Henry, sorry, niet ook krijkie, by Henry, Itzi, later koffiekie of so nie. Henry, thank you very much on behalf of Council. I want to join Councillor Gous in congratulating you for the item and the work done. I see the light of Council. Respond. Thanks, Council. What Municipal Manager?
Chairperson, thanks. I think I must also mention that what Councillor Gous said now, she said it in the impact meeting also. This is a very, very important step in the accountability cycle. I think during the presentation we pointed it out. We can mention, Chairperson, that the annual report was tabled to Council in January. It went out for public participation. We mentioned in the impact that we didn't get any comments from the public, and the provincial department made their comments on it, and it's mostly positive. So from my side also, I want to thank the chairperson and all the members there, and especially Councillor Gous, who really interrogated the document, Chairperson. I'm feeling happy that it is a true representation, as Councillor Gous summed it up, of the year's activity of Council. Yeah. But we take note of the comments from Councillor Gwaza as well as Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Municipal Manager. Council Whip.
No, thank you, Madam Speaker. Through you, just a question of clarity. One of the previous speakers made a comment regarding compliance with certain legislation. Can you perhaps just cite the source for us so that we can check what he is saying? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Council Whip. I believe Councillor Baron, that question is for you, if you can respond. Thank you.
Speaker, I think you must just the letter that I sent to both you and the municipal manager, where I communicate what is the problems. You can just hand it over to him so that he can understand the legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Baron. Follow up for Council Whip. You may proceed.
No, thank you, Madam Speaker. No, Madam Speaker, we are well aware of the legislation. We wish to know what is being cited specifically. If someone comes to an open council meeting making certain allegations, he should cite his source. That's all we're asking, and I don't think that's unreasonable at all. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Council Whip. Councillor Baron.
Let me answer him, Speaker. Let me answer him. The source is the Kokta minister that is signing off the legislation. And the only thing that that legislation is saying that the municipality can comply with that legislation if he don't have money to pay the full-time councillor. That is the municipalities that don't have money, that is bankrupt. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Baron. Councillors, then, can I please, by the show of hands, get an indication? The ANC has put their position forward, and also the Freedom Front. The ICDP was also clear that there's no indication of against. But can I please get an indication who is in support of the recommendations as is in terms of the adoption and approval of our oversight report and annual report? Show of hands, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Thank you very much. 19. Those against or abstaining? Against? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Against? Councillor Porter? Abstain. Thank you very much. We then have 1 abstaining. Thank you very much, councillors. That concludes our first item. We then move to the next item on our agenda, which is item E59. Front of Council is the Supply Chain Management Monthly Report for deviations that has been approved for the period January 2025. For cognizance, can I please get a proposer?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will propose this item.
Thank you. Councillor Meyer is proposing. Can I have a seconder, please?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll second.
Thank you very much, Finance Chairperson. Any comments or inputs on this item? I see the light of Councillor Gous. Councillor Gous, you may proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, just a reminder to the Council and the administration that the ACDP has asked quite a few years ago for just a cost study on what it would cost us to purchase our own large machine that is able to move ground. Because I'm thinking by this time we could have bought a few of them. If we could please get that done and sent to the councillors. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. Municipal Manager, you're comfortable with the request? The MM has taken note. Thank you very much. Councillor Gwaza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There is amount of 7.7 million for water pump station. I just need a clarity of, I see that on comments it says that Mossel by Municipality is appointed as implementing agent as part of council resolution contract. I just need, when this meeting resolution was taken, I just need when it was taken.
Thank you very much for your question. Municipal Manager, Mr. Leroux, the MM will respond.
Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Naidu is not here. I think it's his items. Can we ask maybe the acting whether he knows? If we know, we must make a note and give the answer afterwards to the councillor speaker, if it's okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Monet, acting director.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. No, I'm not totally sure. I think this refers to the Klippevel pump station, which has recently kicked off, but I think it's best if I just go and confirm.
Thank you very much. There's an undertaking then, due to the fact that the information is not available there, that there will be a response back, Municipal Manager, to the ANC. Councillor Gwaza, is that acceptable? Comfortable. Thank you. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, my apologies. I note that I never mentioned this. Regarding the deviation to hire these groundwork moving machinery, I noticed the person said that but an emergency was a failure. I'm wondering would not have service provided already have instead of going on deviation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. MM.
Speaker, there will be an explanation for each one of those deviations. I don't know if the directors have the information here, Speaker. It's difficult to answer it here because we need to go back. I'm aware that we had fires at the Oorlui Stasie, And my instruction to the personnel is we don't wait, we move. We do an emergency, we do a deviation if we can't get the person on tender out immediately because of the obvious adverse effects that those smoke have on the but there will be an explanation for each one. I think we're going to make notes. I don't think the director will. Do you have that seems the director have the answer, Speaker?
Thank you very much, That is indeed also accepted. However, Director Nell, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The process is that we have appointed bidder that is the service provider. If their vehicle is not or the machine is not available, we contact them first. They have to provide us in writing, say it's not available. Then we can go to an alternative that is also bidder. If there is no alternatives available, then we get what we can get. Usually it's during the season period, it's very limited. But otherwise, if it's a Friday evening or so on, some of them will say, I have a vehicle available, but it's only going to be able to get there on Monday. Monday is not good enough for us. So we document it as such, and it is, for audit purposes, it is available.
Thank you very much. Last bite, Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, yes, I understand how the process works. I think the only thing that surprised me was that the explanation which we now have in that report stated that the person had emailed our preferred suppliers and they'd not responded, and so they had called this deviation. And so to me it was strange. If we've got an emergency, there's a fire, why would you not call? Why would you email a company? That's all I was trying to clarify. Thank you.
Thank you very much, councillors. Valid point raised there, Councillor Gous. We then, my apologies, Director, now you may proceed.
Speaker, I can just say we call, but we have to follow it up in writing as per the specifications, and we have to get something back in writing. Otherwise, we don't have an audit trail.
Thank you very much. We have exhausted a thorough debate. All the inputs mentioned has been noted. Thank you very much. We then move to item E60, monthly reports with regard to supply chain management for the period of January. For Council to take cognizance, can I have a proposer, please?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will propose this item.
Thank you, Councillor Meyer. Can I have a seconder?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll second.
Thank you, Alderman Furness. Any questions from the report by Council? See the light of Councillor Gous, you may proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. Just a comment on noting that the report is very clean. There was only one appeal and there were no expansions or contingencies. So I don't know if there's big changes in the supply chain management, but even looking at the deviation report, it's very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. Mr. Leroux, Finance Chairperson, please note. No other inputs? None. Thank you very much. We then on item E61, disposal of capital assets. Can I please ask for a proposal in terms of Council that needs to approve?
Proposed by Councillor Baron.
Councillor Baron is proposing. Can I have a seconder?
Madam Speaker, I second the item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kutsia. Opening up for questions, comments, Councillor Gous.
Thank you,
and
Speaker.
And then Councillor Buddha.
Speaker, the ACDP doesn't object to the disposal. What I would like to know, though, the break-ins and theft, just as a matter of principle, were they reported to the police, and was there any kind of a follow-up? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question of clarity. Councillor Buddha, you can also ask your question. Same. Exactly, Councillor Buddha, say exactly the same question. Municipal Manager.
Chairperson, I don't have the nitty-gritty answer, but if we submit this insurance claim, you must have a police recommendation reference number. So the answer is yes, yeah. Mr. Leroux also nods.
Thank you very much for the response. Councillor Gous is not objecting. There has been a response. Covered. The item carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Item E62. Third, implementation review of the Mossel Bay Spatial Development Framework and Environmental Management Framework for 2022 for the period 1st of January 2024 to the 31st of December 2024. In front of council, we have our recommendations 1 to 2. Council to take cognizance of the spatial development framework, and then for council to accept. Can I please have a proposer?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to propose item E62 of March 2025 for approval.
Thank you very much, Acting Mayor. Councillor Kutsia, opening up for see the light of Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Speaker, I want to make a proposal that we amend this E62. En miskien moet ek in Afrikaans sê, omdat die ding nou al so lank inkom. Die een ding waarvoor Mossel by Speaker through you, waarvoor ons nie catering. En in 2016, toe ek in die raad kom, toe het ons gecommit om te sê, allemaal in die raad, al die politieke partye, dat ons gaan ook dink aan die mense wat die municipaliteit voed. En die mense wat die municipaliteit voed, is onze middel-income mense. En ons het vir mekaar gesê,
Matthews, are you there to interpret for the ANC? Councillor Baron is talking Afrikaans. Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but he's saying that we can't hear you.
You can't hear us. Okay, Councillor Baron, speak into the mic. Let's test quickly.
Hello?
Matthew, can you hear Councillor Baron now?
Koi koi.
Better. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Ja, Speaker, die municipaliteit se inkomste kom van ons middel-income af. En ons het vir mekaar gesê, wanneer ons spatial development beplan, dan gaan ons vir hulle akkommodeer. En ons het op 'n stadium het ons die Diastrand projek vir middel-income bewillig, maar as gevolg van melkbome en ek weet nie wat nog alles nie, is dit nou verander en dit is nou weer die
You can't hear.
Rushing.
Thank you very much, Matthews. Councillor Baron, bietjie stadiger.
Oh, is it too quick? Oh, sorry, man.
Okay, colleagues, we must just now get order, please. Otherwise, we're going to sit here the whole day. Let's get this right. Councillor Baron is talking. We have the interpreter, Matthews. Please assist. And then colleagues speak clear and just a bit slower. Thank you very much, Councillor Baron.
Ja, ons moet gaan kyk, Speaker, waar kom ons fondse van die municipaliteit vandaan? En as jy gaan kyk, hoeveel van ons mense wat vir die staat werk, of vir municipaliteit, of vir die regering, maak nie saak of het polisie, korrektiewe dienste, niemand van die mense kyk ons voor nie. Hulle kan nie bekostig 'n huis van 5 miljoen nie, ons weet hoe duur Mossel by is, maar hulle wil ook nie in 'n RDP huis gaan bly nie. Wat sin maak. So ek sal graag wil hê die spatial development met plek maak, laat ons 'n middel-income voor kuiter en vir hulle 'n plek het waar hulle kan gaan bly.
Thank you very much, Councillor Baron, requesting that the framework makes provision for the middle income category. Councillor Mkontu and then Councillor Gous, and then I will have the MM or the acting director to respond. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, firstly, I must say this document is a very important document, especially the what they call disadvantaged communities. There's a number of things that's supposed to be addressed by this document. but I need to be getting understanding in progress of this document ever since we've been here. What the progress, especially to those people who are landless, and what the progress of this document, especially those people who were supposed to be given a chance, that were disadvantaged, to be part of the economy of this town. According to this document, is any plans in regarding with them, the disadvantaged communities, that to be part of the Mossel Bay economy? Do we have any plans for them? If there are plans, according to your progress, how far with your plans are those plans, if you are started, are still coming with another input?
Thank you for your question, Councillor Mkontu, and just also note, I can allow a follow-up, but please bear in mind the time frame for each councillor. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I also want to express my thanks for this document. I don't think it's a very easy document to compile, and even the reviewing of it must take a substantial amount of time. I don't know if I can agree with the fact that we don't need to amend it, though, given the item to council's concessions regarding the even as we speak, the land for the formalizing of housing disappearing under settlements, and as well for budgetary constraints that we face. Now, I know the budgetary constraints don't necessarily have to mean that needs to be a change to the spatial development document, but I do think that we need to address urgently the situation that we're facing regarding the lack of housing, because it has a knock-on effect. Even the middle income housing, as mentioned by the Freedom Front and by my colleagues from the ANC, the situation that we see with the informal settlements where people are not issued with meters and so on, and we can't get revenue from them incurred in those areas, Speaker. So the ACDP will abstain, because I think we would need to have a more comprehensive review of the SDF. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Gous indicating that the ACDP is abstaining. Municipal Manager, there has been input raised, and then a question by Councillor Mkontu. Can I please ask you to respond?
Yeah, I'll ask the spatial planner, Mr. Roux, to respond, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leroux. Welcome to you, and you may proceed.
Yeah, through you, Speaker. All of the questions are very good questions. I think what we must realize about what this item is about is it's not drafting, but reporting back on progress. So that's why Councillor Nkontu's question is also very relevant. The middle income, it was identified when we compiled the document already. And there's a huge amount of middle income provision in the spatial development framework. One of the examples is the Louis Fourie corridor. And you'll see tomorrow the Louis Fourie corridor is out on public participation. There is approximately 3,000 middle income units that will be provided in that area. So that is specifically to target that market. Just regarding, there was a question regarding the DIAS development as well. The 55 units as approved by council must still be provided, and it was in the tender document. So the DIAS estate that's being developed there will contain those units. And the progress, it's very difficult for us as officials. You know, housing is a provincial mandate, not a municipal mandate. And we report back. And then you will see in this document, it's a big spreadsheet, as you've all seen it. And every piece of land is actually, we tell you what is the progress. Is the applications that's been submitted? We're busy with the UISP projects. The Louis Fourie corridor will actually have a huge positive impact on job creation next to Lefuri and in the area next to Kwarangaba, which will help the people. And then we must all remember the progress is budget and funding dependent. So we move as fast as we can. We've got a couple of other housing projects that we're also working on, except for Lefuri. But yeah, to amend the SDF takes about 2 years. Next month you will receive an item from our offices, which has already been it's already in the system, where we will start with the redrafting of the SDF. So it's in the SDF is your vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. LaRue. Very comprehensive, and I think your indication of the item that will be coming with a review will allow then provision for councillors in terms of what has been raised. So, Councillor Baron, your request will then also be addressed, and what Councillor Mkonto raised. I will allow a follow-up before I move on. Councillor Baron, I see your light, and Councillor Gous and Councillor Mkonto. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have a lot of respect for Councillor, but
Yeah,
I should like that the councillor, the official give us a workshop, even if it's for 10 minutes, so that we can understand what is planning and then we can approve. So for now, I will go with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Baron. Indeed, so we trust our officials, and we commend Mr. LaRue for the work he will be doing. A request, for a workshop, which I think is not unreasonable, and I think that could be arranged. Thank you very much. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. ACDP seconds that request for a workshop. Speaker, if Mr. Ruthru, you could just provide a little more clarity on, in the document, I know that we said we were going to do the Louis Ferry corridor for middle income housing. Then I've maybe misunderstood the document saying that there is budgetary constraints, particularly with the Louis Ferry corridor. And then regarding the UISP, I quote from the document that there is no longer land available, and the shortage of land has not been addressed. So that is why I thought we would want to review, one of the reasons that we would want to review now, because the sooner we start identifying land, because in one of the other items in our committee, one of those reports mentioned that we will only now start planning for new developments. And while things are in planning, land is being occupied, so it's making less and less land available for formal housing. And that's why I was wondering if there shouldn't have been a review now on this document. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. Councillor Mkonto.
Madam Speaker, maybe some of the answers I will get to that workshop, and I will support that workshop to be as soon as possible. I don't know which date it will be, but I will be engaging on that one workshop. But at this point, I'm not in support of this document.
Thank you very much.
As ANC.
We note then that Councillor Gous, you indicated you abstaining. The ANC is not in support. The Freedom Front.
Sorry, we support.
Okay,
We
thank you
trust
very
the
much.
official.
I just want it on record. Would the Patriotic Alliance like to go on record? The Patriotic Alliance indicating.
Thank you, Speaker. Abstaining.
Thank you for putting on the mic, Councillor Potter. Councillor Krige, would you like to go on record?
Ikoza is abstaining.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Speaker.
Ikoza is abstaining. We then have on record the ICDP abstaining, the Freedom Front in support, the ANC is not in support, the PA and Ikoza then also abstaining. The item carries with a majority vote in terms of the recommendation supported by Deputy Mayor and Councillor Kutsia. We then move Item E63, proposed alienation of a portion of earth 10099 in Mossel Bay, which is situated adjacent to earth 4124 in Mossel Bay at number 10 Strand Street in extension 8 by DC and CL Moos. Can I please have a proposal?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I propose this item.
Ward Councillor proposing for approval. Can I have a seconder, please?
Thank you, Speaker. I second.
Elder Lady Reuters is supporting. Opening up for questions. None. The item carries unanimously.
Sorry.
Ja, sit hom net bietjie hoër op vir my raadslid. Baie dankie.
Excuse. Speaker, the ACDP doesn't in principle have an objection to the alienation of this land directly to the applicant. Yesterday when I was in the area and speaking to people there, in fact, people have said that the establishment of a church instead of the Goodfellas Club has been an improvement in the community, and they're all grateful for that. My concern is just the fact that we are saying we are selling the land directly to Pastor Moose and his wife for 6,200 Rand, that it's a discounted rate. If I missed it in the item, I never saw what the actual price was, if 6,200 is the discount. And then the fact that we said it's reduced due to public interest. I'm concerned that we need to weigh that up against personal benefit as well. Not sure why my mic is doing that, sorry. Because it's being, at the same item that we're alienating land, we're now also rezoning it as a place of worship and business. So there's a financial gain, in my opinion, as well, to an individual. It's not a public benefit organization or anything. It's a privately owned piece of land. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gous. There's a portion adjacent to the church. Alderman Delamain, you may be excused. In the previous item, or the first item before council, it was reported, or it contained the information that it would be utilized for social upliftment. At the time, as I understood it also, or the information that was available to me, alle bedrywe sopkom by 'n kos-inisiatief so 2 keer 'n week waar hulle nou nie oop spasie daarso dis mos daai 2 pilare wat al reeds daar staan, dis daai stukkie. So hulle wil dit net formaliseer om dan daardie gedeelte te gebruik en nie noodwendig die kerkgebou self vir wat hulle wil doen. Dit is hoe ek dit verstaan het, en dit was in die eerste stukke gewees in terme van hulle aansoek, Raadslid Gous. But I am going to ask for if Mr. Prince maybe have additional information, or anybody else, then you can just please assist to Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Through you, it is with regard to the price. The price was 62,000. Is 10% of the original price or the value, and then I think important. It's a small piece of land, only 95 square meters, and it was mainly for security reasons as well, as stated in the item.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Prince, because that space was also utilized for die mense wat nie so graag soggens opstaan om te gaan werk nie, en dan sommer let geriewe aanwend en so aan. So the church wanted to formalize that. Councillor Gous, just perhaps if that can provide you some
Thank you, Speaker.
insight.
It does help. Can I just ask that we maybe then re-look at the item, because the item says that we are alienating it at a market-related price. I think it should then read at a discounted price. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gous, Municipal Manager. It's the first recommend. Wat ons op kyk?
That's correct, Speaker. If it can just be amended, it must be in terms of section 42B1BI. That is the relevant supply chain management regulation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prince, and thanks, Councillor Gous. I would then like to hear from the proposer and the seconder if they are comfortable with that amendment. It's just a wording. Councillor Meyer, you were the proposer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I
Comfortable with the
yes,
amendment?
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The seconder, Elder Lady Reuters. Vir my answer asseblief.
Second, Speaker.
With the amendment. Thank you, Elder Lady Reuters. There is then comfortableness around the amendment. No objection to the item. The item carries in the interest of the community of Ward 9. Thank you. Alderman Delamain is back in the council chambers. We had item E64, proposed amendment of registration of a servitude over a portion of municipal property of 6017 in Tana Bay in favor of 6044, which is Act number 83, Narina Road in Tana Bay by J.J. Skitter. We have the recommendations. Can I please have a proposer?
Madam Speaker, while we are in support of this item, we would like to nevertheless refer it back for more information of clarity until the next council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ward Councillor requesting to refer back. Can I have a seconder for that?
Yes, Madam Speaker. Councillor van Dijk.
Councillor van Dijk is in support. Any objections? None. Item being referred back. Thank you very much. Councillor Gous.
Sorry, Speaker. Speaker, through you, if the councillor requesting the refer back is comfortable, could they perhaps share with us what the reason is, what further clarity is needed? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Leroux did indicate that more additional information, which is not included, be provided. However, I am going to ask the councillor to respond. Thank you, Councillor Leroux.
Thank you, Speaker. You will see that this is an amendment of the initial item that served before council. In the initial council item, mention was made also of transgressions in terms of a swimming pool as well as a boundary, and that is not addressed in this item. So we would like clarity just in terms of how that impacts in this regard.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Comfortable. Item is being referred back. We had item E65, application for departure of Schedule 32 of the bylaw relating to outdoor advertising and signage, service station sign by Engine Hartenbos. Front of council for consideration, can I please have a proposer?
I propose, Madam Speaker, Councillor van Dijk.
Ward Councillor is proposing. Thank you very much, Councillor van Dijk. Can I have a seconder?
Yes, Madam Speaker, I will second.
Thank you very much, Councillor Porter. Any questions of clarity? None, no objections. The item carries. We then on item E66, approval for issuing of levy clearance certificate on behalf of the body corporate of Berser Woonstelle, Unit 4, in terms of the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act number 8 of 2011. For council to approve, can I please have a proposer for the recommendations 1 to 4?
Madam Speaker, I propose this item.
Ward Councillor Elder Lady Reuters proposing. Can I have a seconder, please?
Yes, Speaker, you do have a seconder for that.
Thank you very much, Councillor Bavuma, for seconding. Is there any questions? I see the light of Councillor Gous. You may proceed, Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just a question of clarity. The Bergsig flats, as I understand it, some of them are privately owned and some still belong to the municipality. I'm just interested to know how the municipality is dealing with the matter of repairs and maintenance to the building. In light of the legislation that we should not spend money on private property, it's very difficult when it's part of a block of flats. How are we dealing with that? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Is there any other questions? Municipal Manager.
Speaker, I think the department do minimal maintenance at that stage on those buildings. Not only those, also the ones in Great Brock, in Nantes. In the light of the fact that we've been tried for many years to get all those people to take ownership, we want individuals to take ownership. Unfortunately, a lot of the people in those areas don't want to take ownership because they don't want to pay the levy, so it leaves us in a catch-22 situation, Councillor Gous, Speaker. We, from the department side, from the directorate side, we're doing our best to get them to take ownership, and we're happy for every individual one that comes forward who want to take ownership. So I'm not personally involved with the maintenance on the building. Unfortunately, Director Fenter is not here, and Mr. Roux won't be able to answer the questions, but Councillor Gous can gladly take it up with us offline, and we will give her the answers, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Municipal Manager. Councillor Gous, I am also comfortable with the indicating that he will give you a more insight and an answer outside of the meeting. Thank you very much. You're not objecting to the item, Councillor Gous. The item carries unanimously. Thank you very much. We are on item E67, proposed alienation of a portion of earth which is unregistered in Mossel Bay, situated in Walfer Street by Bitcoin Ekazi Support Center. Can I please have a proposal in terms of the recommendations before council for approval?
Witness for the proposed speaker.
The ward councillor is proposing. Thank you very much, Councillor Buddha. Seconder, please.
I will gladly second my fellow councillor. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed, Councillor Van Dijk. Any questions of clarity? I see the light of Councillor Gous.
Speaker, yes, we welcome this item. And yesterday when I visited in the area, they've already got a small little house that they're using. And when I got there, there were a few schoolboys actually doing homeschooling in the facility as well. So I really think it will be a huge asset to the community, and I trust that they are going to make good use of it. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, before we make a final decision on this item, we just want to check why do we cut a Bitcoin center that is, Bitcoin is making a lot of money. It's a rich commodity. So I want to ask the administration why cutting 50% from a million. The item already states that there will be a lot of income. So that's why we just want to know, why not a million? We can see this is a lot of money coming out here. Sorry, the purchase price.
Is Bitcoin daai online goed wat so geld maak, raadsit Baron? Ek wil net seker hê, want dis 'n ander story daai, maar ek weet nie of dit daardie Bitcoin is hierdie.
Speaker, if I may, thank you. Just on a point of clarity, Bitcoin is something we all wish we'd bought when it was $1.
Thanks, Councillor Gous. Mr. Prince.
Speaker, yes, thank you. No, I think it's quite a valid question, as it is. It appears as if they are well supported, this project, but it was the opinion that was in the public interest, and this will be to a great benefit of the community. But you will also see we didn't give it up to only a 10% purchase price, but we've reduced it to 50 price, so they didn't get the full cut in price. So, but it's up to council to decide on that. But it's from official side, it's a view 50% will be appropriate.
Thank you very much for that clarity, Mr. Prince. Mr. Dollars will now respond. Councillor Fernand.
Madam Speaker, just to inform the council, look, but I don't know if you guys know much about Bitcoin and cars. It's actually NPO. It's part of the Surfer Kids community, so they're doing a lot of good work in Mossel Bay. And yeah, they're going to make some bucks. Good luck. It's an NPO. I mean, they're looking after kids. So, I mean, Madam Speaker, you know, cutting 50% of the price, I think it's more than justified.
Thank you very much, Finance Chairperson. Giving clarity, Bitcoin is a MPO and good work. people. Councillor.
Speaker, unfortunately, I need to take a call because I must consider now. I must talk with my fellow councillor. So
5 minutes?
let me take a 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you.
5 minutes caucus for the Freedom Front on Bitcoin. Thank you very much, councillors. We then have the Freedom Front back from the 5-minute caucus, and we now resume the council meeting. I am going to ask Councillor Baron to please address council. Thank you very much.
Madam Speaker, at this point, we will rather abstain for now because we don't have the full picture of what will transpire in the future. So thank you.
Thank you very much. The Freedom Front is abstaining from the item. Is there any objection? In support, thank you. The item carries with a majority vote. We then at item E68.1, cancellation of the lease agreement of a portion of Earth 24 in Herbertsdale for the Herbertsdale Kleuter School, Appel Skooltjie. Point 2, application to lease 506 in Herbertsdale, previously known as a portion of Earth 24 in Herbertsdale, which is situated at Springbok Street by the Gondwana Conservation Foundation. We have the recommendations for council to consider. Can I please have a proposer?
Yes, Madam Speaker, as the ward councillor, I will propose.
Ward Councillor Botha is proposing. Can I have a seconder, please?
Yes, Madam Speaker, you do, Councillor Kannemeyer.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kannemeyer. I am opening up the item for questions of clarity and comments. See the light of Councillor Krieger. You may proceed, Councillor.
Goeiemôre almal, goeiemôre speaker.
Môre,
Baie dankie.
hartlik.
Ek wil net sê toe ek hierdie item sien was ek redelik opgewonde. Het ek nodig om te stop gou. Ek is redelik opgewonde want ek weet waar hierdie crash en die management gegaan het met die sukkel om dit te betaal.
Ja.
So dankie vir die vir Gondwana en vir almal wat betrokke is om die lease langer te maak en seker te maak ons kinders is veilig. Ek hoop net dat hierdie dit 'n redelike lang verhouding sal wees en na 5 jaar dan nie miskien hulle besluit hulle wil uittrek of wat ook al nie, maar hierdie is overall is dit 'n goeie ding vir Bestel se kinders. Dankie.
Pragtig, dankie raadslid vir u inset daar. In the interest of the children of Herbertsdale, Councillor Krieger is in support and she's thanking then the administration and council for the item. Any objections? Agreed to. Thank you very much. We move. Item E69. Councillor Kutsie het 'n goue tas aan vandag. Ons moet vir hom ook sê mooi ja. The Human Settlements Pipeline for Mossel Bay Municipality. We have the recommendation for council. Can I please ask for a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to propose the item.
Thank you very much, Acting Mayor and Portfolio Chairperson. Then I see the light of Councillor Kutsie met sy goue das.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I second the item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kutsie, for seconding. I'm opening up to council for inputs and questions of clarity. See the light of Councillor Buda. May proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, when I read this item last night, I was getting nervous, high blood, and so on. I want just to be clear in this council today. Are we working away of the RDP houses? If you see here, only these people, elderly, mentally veterans, personnel with disability, and children, spearheaded children. Since we saw the greater Mossel Bay is from plus minus 33 informal settlement around, and then we want to be clear that the department, it can tell us now there will be no RDP houses of BNG houses in the Mossel Bay particular. So it's going to be just service sites so that they can go inside. Because when you read here, it will be what do you call it, RDP houses. I want that to be clear in that.
Thank you for your question. Councillor Buda wants to know if there now for future reference will be no more RDP houses built as part of our municipal human settlement pipeline. MM.
Speaker, yeah, as we know that the housing, the human settlement function is not our function. We're just doing it on an agency basis. And the last project in Mossel, the big project, the department did it on their own. What's in this pipeline, what's in this document, Chairperson, or in this item is the guidelines from the National Department of Human Settlements. It's not us deciding. They decide that we should provide for veterans, people with disabilities, and childhood as far as structures are concerned. The rest is only service sites or social housing. I don't know if the acting director wants to add to it, but it's not the municipality deciding it.
Thank you very much. Acting Director, Mr. Yakuru.
Through you, Speaker, I just want to concur with what the MM just said. This is actually from guide documents from national and provincial level. At the end of the day, all housing projects and the typology and whether it's a top structure or not a top structure is funding dependent, and our funding source is not the municipality itself, it's those institutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that clarity provided. Councillor Buddha, second by.
Thank you.
Councillor Nkonto and then Councillor Gou.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, all of us we know here, if you are talking about the houses, all three spheres of government, which is national, provincial, and local. One of the core functions of the local municipalities are to provide the land, filling up the subsidy form, approving the province national deposit money. Are you saying today the national government of what you call GNU is stop dishing the money for the poorest of the poor? We're talking about the people who earn 0 to 800 outside here. They are earning nothing. That is why they say thank you if they receive a BNG of RDP houses free of charge. Are we saying here the national government stop dishing the money from local so that the people there must receive houses? I want us to be clear.
Thank you very much. Councillor Mkonto and then Councillor Botha.
Madam Speaker, mine here firstly will be the clarity, because we agree that we need a workshop in special development framework. And when we need a workshop, it's regarding with the housing. Now we are on this item. Then on this item, we have a document, and the document that the director is saying that is from national. For the side of the councils in this council, I won't speak for other side. Maybe they have been to workshop. I would love for this side to be getting a workshop, because I have disagree with the thinking that document is saying we must only, according to me, that document, the document or the act is saying prioritize these people. So that's why I'm saying that we will need a workshop so that we can engage each other, so that we can take a decision in a sober way.
Thank you very much. Request for a workshop by Councillor Mkonto, Councillor Botha.
No, thank you, Madam Speaker. Through you. No, Madam Speaker, as the MM Director indicated, Schedule 4B is clear whose functions housing resorts under. And then it is with cities by going the tender route and then building houses the cheapest way, furthest away from the city centers. You end up actually continuing that previous process, resulting in people having to spend about 40% of their income to travel in towards town, and thus not addressing that issue at all. And now National has run out of money after spending decades exacerbating the problem, in our view. So actually it is sad that they have no longer any money, but that is the situation we're in, and we'll all have to work together to try and get creative solutions for this problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Councillor Botha, Councillor Krieger, and then Councillor Gous.
Ja, dankie speaker. Dit is regtig waar 'n baie sê dag vir ons mense. Want ons moet hierdie boodskap gaan oordra. Dis is for cognizance en ons verstaan die rol van die munisipaliteit en hierdie is regtig sad. En my concern is mense vul nog steeds elke dag vorms in vir huise. Hulle word nog steeds genooi, kom en vul julle vorms in. En net om te agterna moet te besef dat daai vorms gaan nêrens heen. It's not going anywhere. Because people now have, like rightfully so, they have now said, okay, for the elderly, the military veterans and all of those people. But there are people like me, 30, 35, 38, 40, that doesn't also work. They don't have an income. And they still have the hope, and now we need to go and tell them that hope is all in vain. So that's a sad day indeed for our people.
Thank you very much indeed, Councillor Krieger, for your inputs. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I would like to just remind Council that the Directorate has been warning us probably for the last 6 years already that we were coming to this point where we could no longer afford top structures. I would like to say it's not just due to ineptitude, but we know there's been massive fraud and corruption. The Zondo Commission has been quite clear on that. What I'd also like to just point out to the Council is that veterans in particular are struggling. We've had housing available for veterans now for quite a while, and we can't fill those spaces because we don't have approved veterans. We have veterans, but their paperwork is laying this deep at the department and nobody is able to assist them. I've tried. There's no way. Those phones don't get answered. Nothing works in South Africa anymore. Almost nothing works. And the veterans and the people that need it are the ones that are now being disadvantaged.
Thank you for your comments and inputs made. Indeed, Councillor Gous, it is noted and recorded. There has been a request for a workshop. The MM indicate that it is not a problem at all. Mr. Yaku, would you like to present any input or comment?
A workshop can be arranged. It's not an issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillors, there no objection, agreed to. There will be a workshop for councillors in this regard to further engage on ways how that the community. We then move to item E70. In front of Council is the amendment of the Council Resolution number E337 of November 2024. It is the proposed amendment of the Notoria lease agreement between the Mossel Municipality and the Western Cape Community Education and Training College for a portion of Earth 9060, which is situated adjacent to Protea Park in extension 23 Maikali Street in Mossel Bay. We have the recommendations for Council to consider. 1 to 3, can I please have a proposal in this regard?
I have a proposal, Speaker. Propose.
Councillor Claassen is proposing the item for approval. Can I please have a seconder?
I will second the item, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Alder Lady Writers, for seconding. Opening up for questions, comments. See the lights of Councillor Buddha and then Councillor Mkontu in that order.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, we know exactly where the place is. We don't have a problem with the training college of our kids. As long on the back of our minds, it must not be a boundary who just, differentiate the people from next to the tip and the people from Protea Park of Extension 13. As long as that's all of us are aware, we are talking about integration here. That is why you see a lot of people there just walking around and just love at any place and talking about the white people. We must take it to consideration of the integration. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your input and comment made. Indeed, Councillor Buddha. It's recorded and noted as such. Councillor Mkuntu.
Madam Speaker, ngizothetha isiXhosa.
Not a problem at all. We have a language policy in this council. You can talk in the language of your choice. The interpreter ready, Matthews? Bye, dankie. Proceed, Councillor Mkuntu.
Madam Speaker, kule item sithatha ingqwalasela. And njengoba sithatha ingqwalasela, sithatha ingqwalasela, njengoba sithatha ingqwalasela siyaqaphela into yoba zininzi izinto ezisebenzayo apha eSouth Africa.
Thank you. Stout, raadslid Mkonto, stout. Very naughty. Thank you very much, Councillor Mkonto, for your input made. Indeed. No objection to the item. Agreed to. It carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Item E71, proposed alienation of a portion of municipal commonage, portion of Earth 2001 situated adjacent to Earth 18552 in Koninklijke Street, extension 26, by T. Gagiano. Can I please have a proposal?
Speaker, I would like to propose item 71.
Thank you very much. Councillor Bavuma is proposing. Can I have a seconder, please?
I second, Speaker.
Ward Councillor is seconding. Opening up for questions of clarity from Council. Any comments? No objection. Agreed to. The item carries unanimously. We move. Item E72, it is the application for assistance, utilization of the municipal high-up truck in order to access a LPR camera by the Rhino Action Group. We have the recommendations from 1 to 6. Can I please have a proposer?
Madam Speaker, I propose the item.
Thank you very much. Councillor Kutsia is proposing. Can I have a seconder?
Madam Speaker, I'm gladly second this item.
Thank you, Councillor Anjanse van Rensburg. Is there any questions of clarity, comment? No objection, agreed to. The item carries unanimously. Sector vinnig raadslid Gous.
Excuse Speaker, ek is bietjie stadig gewees. I just wanted to ask, I see we said it's 1,207 rand per hour, but we don't have an indication of how long the cherry picker will be in use, if we've just got an idea of that. Thank you.
I see the light of the portfolio chairperson. Thank you very much, Councillor van Dijk.
Madam Speaker, if you'll allow me to answer, we're not sure, depends on technical issues, but normally between 1 to 2 hours.
Thank you very much, portfolio chair. Councillor Gous, you covered. No objection, agreed to. Item carries. Item E73, the minutes of the meeting of the Participating Municipalities Committee established in terms of the Waste Disposal Agreement December 2024. It is the minutes of the meeting. You can see Annexure A on the Garden Route letterhead. Can I please have a proposer?
I propose, Speaker.
Councillor Claassen is proposing. Can I have a seconder?
I second.
Thank you very much, Councillor Leroux. Any questions? Councillor Gous?
Yes, Speaker, just on point 7, new items, green waste site. The point 5 says, internal discussions indicated that if such a facility is established, its tariffs should generate revenue for the district and a cost-effective tariff should be implemented that does not aim for profit. I might be misunderstanding it, but that seems to me to be saying two different things. One, they want to make profit, and one, they don't. So if we can just get clarity on those minutes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Municipal Manager or Director Nell? Mr. LaRue, you may proceed. Thank
Madam
you.
Chair, from our side, we must indicate that that was part of the discussions initially, but you would find that down that point that we have established that it is not a district function due to the fact that there is not going to be more than one municipality involved in the site. So at this point in time, we are busy with the negotiations in order to either lease or to purchase the site directly from district municipality for establishing of the green waste or the crushing site only for Mossel Bay to be utilized. At the time when we have done the studies and things, the other municipalities have decided not to take part in the green waste and in the crushing portion. But in our case, we need to do it in order to resolve our own problems that we do have. So there will be no tariffs set by Carter.
Indeed, thank you for that comprehensive feedback. Councillor Gous is covered. Councillor Machisini?
Enkosi, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Xa ujonga phaa ku-26.1 ingabe le kontraka ebeyisebenza phaa iyekile nangoku?
Thank you very much. It is a question around the contractor. I know there has been issues with one and then a new one appointed. As far as my knowledge is, Municipal Manager, can you please assist with clarity? Thank you.
Speaker, yeah, there are issues with the contractor, and we're planning to bring an item to council soon, Speaker. We might ask for a special council meeting, but we cannot divulge that information now. We'll bring it to council.
Thank you very much. Councillor Machisini is indicating that is covered, taking cognizance of the minutes unanimously. Thank you very much. Item E74, service level agreement by the Mossel Bay Municipality and debt manager, municipal, in terms of the Municipal Finance Management Act number 56 of 2003, section 116. Recommendations listed from 1 to 7. Can I please have a proposer?
Madam Speaker, I'll propose. Thank you.
Finance Chairperson is proposing. Can I have a seconder?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I second this item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Annie. Is there questions of clarity from any councillor at this point? I see the light of Councillor Machisini and then Councillor Gous in that order.
Enkosi, Madam Speaker.
You may proceed, thank you.
Besifuna ukwazi uba njengoba kufunwa le manager ye-debt collector, ingabe u-Deadback nizamkhupha na? Ngoba u-Deadback akasincedi kubantu kwiingxaki zabantu bethu. Kweli xesha sesebenzile apha kumasipala. Siphinde sincedwe zii-officials zikamasipala. U-Deadback akancedi nix. Enkosi.
Thank you very much, Councillor Machisini. Asking a question of clarity in terms of the current service provider, which is Deadback, and if they will now be replaced. Just that question to note, we will have a response. Going to ask Councillor Gous to pose a question.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I would just like to raise an objection regarding questions that I submitted regarding this item. I received a reply stating that I should, according to rules of council, direct my questions to the portfolio chairs. That is correct. But after the last incident, I've actually been advised legally that I should submit my questions to the accounting officer, and the accounting officer then at his discretion submits it to the directorates and the portfolio chairs. We've been doing that for about a year now, and it's been working well. I feel it covers me. I don't have any direct interaction with any of the administration. I simply submit my questions to the municipal manager, and he handles it from there. However, with the questions that I posed regarding this contractor specifically, and the contracts surrounding this, the other tenderers and so on, I was told that I need to provide reasons why I want the information. So I'll explain to council the reason I want it is a matter of oversight. Contracts that have already been awarded should be totally open to scrutiny. I can't see any reason that they shouldn't be, particularly, Speaker, for the rumors that surround this company. I don't want to mention names, but previous political office bearers have been implicated in that. It's been said that this specific company belongs to family members of these. And I asked what were the tenders, who all tendered for this contract, and how was it determined that DebtPack again got the contract. And now we are expanding that contract. So hereby my submission of the questions. Thank you, Speaker. And my abstention on the item. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Noting your position, Councillor Gous, and then your question. We have Councillor Machesini who wanted to seek clarity around the replacement, and then Councillor Gous now with her input. Councillor Porter.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just for clarity, were the intents to amend the service that DebtPack is providing for the municipality? I would just like to know whether the service they're giving, if it's only for indigent households or whether it is for the broad Mossel Bay or residents. Thank you,
Indeed,
Speaker.
thank you for your question of clarity. We then have those three questions. Municipal Manager, can I have the acting CFO, or will you, the MMO respond? Thank you so much.
Speaker, thanks. I think I'm going to respond to Councillor Gous's remarks. I see Councillor. Can we respond? Speaker, no, we try. Councillor Gous has earlier spoken about, you know, we should be transparent, and I'm trying my best as accounting officer to be transparent. You must take into account, Speaker, if trouble hits this municipality, I'm first in line as the accounting officer. It doesn't matter what it is and so on. And I've got a very, very open approach as far as questions are concerned, and Councillor Gous can attest to it, that she will always get the question, sometimes not within the 3 days' time, sometimes a little bit longer. She will, you councillors will also comprehend that when I get questions, I don't attend to it all on my own. It's simply impossible. Now, Chairperson, if you look at what Rule 69 says, Rule 69 says that the accounting officer must consider whether he gives the information or not. Now, there's a reason for that, Chairperson. We're working in a politicized system, and that's the truth. We are a municipal council, and some information is easy. I give it on my own, and I say, here's the information you want. But sometimes I apply my mind, because sometimes you give information, and then the next thing you see, the information is in the public domain. You weren't aware it's going to be used for public domain. And I'm not talking about Councillor Gous. I'm making an example. And for that reason, Chairperson, I use my discretion from time to time to say, this information that you want, let's follow Rule 69. And I don't think there's anything wrong. Councillor Gous mustn't think that I've got something against her or any councillor. It's just also to protect myself, to protect my integrity, and to protect the integrity of this municipality, Speaker. I'll ask now for the functionaries to please respond to the technical questions. I don't know if Mr. Leroux is maybe first in line. I see legal might also be able to give input.
Thank you, Municipal Manager, for your clarity provided. Can I have the light for Mr. LaRue, please? Thank you very much. Acting CFO, you may proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. From our side, the first on the first question, at this point in time, we are not replacing the service provider. What we are actually doing is we are extending their services. So there is 5 items. If you look at the agenda, there's 5 items that is going to be applicable, and I want to get to the point of responding to the third question as well. Some of that is going to be for other users as well. So it might be that with credit control you visit a person that is not an indigent person, but you are going to address that one as well. For instance, with the fitting of this smart flow valve. The other ones, the second one with the toilet systems and the toilet reservoirs and the replacement of meter and minor leakages, that will be specifically in the cases where it is an indigent household. And then the other one, the credit bureau is again open for all. And then the last one is the selling of property might be any one of those. But in the case of the indigents, normally we don't sell the property of an indigent household. There is processes in place where we can assist them and help them going forward. Thank you very much.
Indeed, thank you very much for your comprehensive response, Acting CFO. Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. From the side of the Freedom Front Plus, we also are against this point, and also for the reasons for the ownership of this company. One, and secondly, according to me, there's no reason. Speaker, I want protection from your side, from Councillor LaRue, that is throwing her hands up in the air. I'm speaking to the Speaker, not to Councillor LaRue.
Thank you, Councillor Baron. I didn't see that. I was distracted by a video by Deputy Mayor, but indeed, so Councillor Baron is on the floor. You may proceed.
Yeah, I just want to say to Councillor Gous, the documentation of the...
Councillor Baron, you speak through the Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, through you.
Thank you very much.
I want to say to Councillor Gous that the documentation of the owner of this company she can get from me, because I have it in my possession. Get it from the previous yeah, so I don't see the reason for this debt pack, because the guys that assist us as councillors, it's not debt pack. You get nothing from them. They don't have a role, according to me. If you go and sit with Rowan, he say you, when you open the computer, he say you where's the problem, and then he solve it. Thank you.
They can put Afrikaans praat. Let me just tell you that you don't make comments, you address the Speaker there, but thank you very much. Councillor Dabula.
Madam Speaker.
Councillors, I have noted the ICDP indicating that they're abstaining for the reasons mentioned. The Freedom Front indicating that they are against for the reason mentioned. It is recorded as such. I see the light of Councillor Machesini.
The ANC is against, Madam Speaker, with that back because it's not assisting us at all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Machesini. The position of the ANC is then against. I will ask the Patriotic Alliance and ICOSA to go on record. Councillor Porter.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the Patriotic Alliance is also against this item. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Porter. Then Councillor Krieger.
Against, Speaker.
Councillor Krieger indicating then that ICOSA is also against. We then have, in terms of the recommendations, a proposal finance chairperson, and it has been seconded by Councillor Annie Janse van Rensburg. Then with a majority vote of support, and all the inputs and positions of the various parties, with ACDP against, Freedom Front against, ANC against, Patriotic Alliance against, and ICOSA against, it is recorded as such. Thank you very much. The item thus carries with a majority vote. We then move. In front of council is item E75. Cooperation agreement between the Mossel Bay Municipality and the Mossel Bay Golf Club by the Golf Estate Homeowners Association. Recommendations 1 to 4. Can I have a proposal, please?
Madam Speaker, I'll propose. Thank you.
Alderman Furness is proposing. Can I have a seconder for Alderman Furness?
Yes, Madam Speaker. Councillor van Dijk.
Thank you, Councillor van Dijk. Is there any comments, inputs, questions of clarity? I see the lights of Councillor Liebenberg and then Councillor Gous in that order. Councillor Liebenberg, you may proceed. Thank you.
Speaker, thank you. Just on page 466, number 4, the payment to the club.
.4 payment to club.
Yeah, I assume it's a misprint, but maybe it's Bitcoin currency or something that I used to or used there. It's 152.08 rand .00.
Clear indication
Please
that
explain it
Councillor
to us.
Liebenberg indeed goes through his agenda. Thank you for highlighting that typo. The correction will be made. Thank you very much. Councillor Gous.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I have the same concern regarding questions that I raised on this. I'd like to explain the reason I asked for the lease agreement between the Mossel Bay Municipality and the Mossel Bay Golf Club, because I understand that the Mossel Bay Municipality receives 10 Rand a year for 99 years as a lease payment from the golf club. Part of that agreement, as I understand it, was that they were to submit financial statements every year. I'd like to know, is that being done? Are they submitting those financial statements every year? And if so, why are these financial statements never presented to council? If I look at this amount of 152 Rand per homeowner association member, for 394 members, I understand this is a levy per month. It's 718,000 Rand accruing to Mossel Bay Golf Club every month. The fact that they're leasing for 10 Rand a year makes this of interest to councillors that are concerned about our financial implications. Even now, looking at a budget, we're going to be increasing tariffs for our residents when this is the kind of money the golf club is getting in. Also, in light of the fact, Speaker, that the Aero Club has not been treated in the same way. Their contract has been revisited. They're currently being put on hold at the moment. I've got information from them. They contacted me concerned because they say the municipality is stalling and not approving any building plans for the building of hangars, which is 20 people currently waiting for plans approved, which is approximately 500,000 Rand income, direct income into our town that we're not getting. 75,000 Rand for 20 people that will go to the club. They've just spent 3.6 million, I think they said, on upgrading the runway. There's an incongruence in the manner these two clubs are being treated, and I'd like to know why. What the reason is that we have literally taken on the one club and said your contract is invalid, and another club that's making this kind of money where personal income is also being generated by members that are using the club, and you know, they're coaches and so on. The same thing as the Aero Club. It's a concern for me that we don't have a consistent response, and the fact that I wasn't allowed to see or not allowed to see, Chair, through you to the MM
Thank
Speaker.
you, Councillor.
I understand what MM is saying to me. I'm not unreasonable. But I feel that when it comes to contracts and when it comes to issues where we have granted with the ratepayers, I want to say at their expense, we've granted this kind of leeway, then we should have the freedom to be able to see what is happening there and what is being done with that money. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gous, indeed, for your questions. I see the light of Councillor Furness.
Madam Speaker, just to enlighten the council, yes, they do pay 10 rand a year, but their municipal bill every month is close to 300,000. We make money off them. We make a lot of money. So it's fine. 10 rand's nothing. If they pay 1,000, if they pay 10,000. And we're making 3.6 million off these guys. It's a benefit to our town. Madam Speaker, I don't see the point in this argument.
Thank you, Councillor Furness, for enlightening Council that indeed there is also a positive aspect towards the item. The light, Councillor Gous follow up as last bite, and then Councillor Van Dijk.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, just on a point of personal clarity, it's of concern to me because there's no consistent and consequent management of these kind of leases. That is a concern to me. And if our argument is that they're bringing in 300,000 rand in service charges every month, or that is their account, it's not necessarily the profit that we're making, then the same argument can be made for any number of businesses in our town. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. Councillor Van Dijk, you may proceed.
Madam Speaker, just to assist, if I may, is that financials are being brought to Council.
Thank you very much for that clarity.
Madam Speaker.
Councillor Kutsia.
Madam Speaker, I think to try and compare two matters that both is very complex in their nature is very unreasonable. The Aero Club's situation is vastly different to the Golf Estate, and as far as I'm aware, that's also due to, in court proceedings and sub judice, so it is a complex matter. And other than that, the golf club is responsible for maintaining a municipal asset. The costs of maintaining those golf courses is exorbitant. It is vast amounts of money that's being spent, and that's to the benefit of the larger Mossel Bay community. So I think we just need to be reasonable with regards to that. Also, just sorry, Madam Speaker, with regards to the building plan submission at the golfers, the Aero Club, that is municipal land at the end of the day. People are building on municipal land. So once again, there's a lot of complexities, and I think we should be careful to just assume what's going on there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kutsia, for your input indeed. The light is red at Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Speaker, my reasoning is different. I also see the 10 rand 99-year lease, but my question is, the 99-year lease start in 1999. So meaning I don't think, and the new leases of 30 years came after that. So according to me, we can't change it now, if I'm correct.
Thank you very much. I don't know if Mr. Prince wants to perhaps comment on the last input by Councillor Baron.
Yeah, Councillor Baron is correct, thank you, Speaker. But the item on the agenda is the cooperation agreement between the different parties.
Indeed, so thank you very much. Can I get an indication, is there any objection? Councillor Gous?
Abstention, Speaker.
ICDP is abstaining. Anybody else?
Speaker.
Patriotic Alliance, Councillor Porter.
Abstain, Speaker, thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else?
ANC is abstaining.
ANC is abstaining. Councillor Abstaining. Freedom. In support the item with a majority vote, then that's carries. Councillor Gous, ek het hom nou afgehandel. Is nou by my volgende item.
Ekskuus Speaker, kan ek een vraag vra?
Okay.
Baie dankie. In verband met die verslae wat die raadslid genoem het wel raad toe kom. Ek het in al die jare wat ek hier is nog nie so finansiële staat gesien nie. En as dit aan ons beskikbaar gestel kan word, sal ek waardeer. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much. Councillor Van Dijk, would you like to comment on that and perhaps just now an indication? I have concluded on the item, but I will allow Councillor Van Dijk in all fairness, because I did allow Councillor Gous also. Councillor Van Dijk.
Speaker, there are two councillors assigned to that board, which is myself and Alderman Mark Furness. So I know the reports are submitted. What happens after that, I do not know, but I know that it is well submitted to council as we should.
Thank you very much for the confirmation, and indeed that is what Councillor Van Dijk said in his comment. The item is concluded. I am at item E76, status report, disposal or lease of municipal properties for the period 1 August 2024 until the 31st of January 2025, and municipal property related issues. For council then to take cognizance, can I have a proposer in terms of the recommendations?
I propose, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mvumvu. Can I have a seconder?
Madam Speaker, I will second the item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kutsi, and let me also acknowledge Councillor Mvumvu is looking very snazzy in his light pink there. Any questions of clarity? Councillor Gous?
Speaker, thank you. Speaker, the ACDP would not object to these items, definitely not to the holding of the events in our town. But in order to be consistent on principle, and because the two items have come to council together, in the past the ACDP has voted against giving municipal money to private companies to conduct events in the town. I'm thinking specifically of the Ironman, and although that is millions.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. There is a point of order being called by the Council Whip.
Madam Speaker, we are at E76. Can we just stick to relevance on the item, please? Thank you.
Municipal Properties, Councillor Gous.
Apologies, Speaker.
Ons verstaan. Dankie, raadslid. Thank you, Council Whip, for wakkerheid daarso. Is there anybody who is against? Councillor Mkonto?
Chief Whip, namthanda uhleli.
Ek neem aan jy sê Chief Whip is wakker. As dit presies, ja nee, ons leer maar die goed. Dankie, Matthews. Please proceed, Councillor Mkonto.
Thatha ingqwalasela, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. No objection to the item. Thank you, councillors. We are then at item E77, application for festival event support. Point 1, Arise Mossel Bay. It's the Mighty Men Conference planned for May 2025. And on point 2, JP Squash Pty Ltd World Championship qualifiers being planned for April 2025. Councillor Gous, I am first going to ask for a proposer and a seconder, and then I'm going to open up for questions. Can I have a proposer in terms of the recommendations, please?
I propose, Speaker.
Councillor Claassen is supporting. Can I have a seconder?
Seconds, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kannemeyer. Opening up, Councillor Gous.
Speaker, all that I said before, I'll just continue from there. I would have liked to have approved it, but due to, like I said, the principle involved, JP Squash Pty Limited is a private for-profit company, and so the ACDP will abstain on this matter. Thank you. Although we welcome both the events.
Thank you very much. The ICDP is abstaining. Is there any other objections? No. The item thus carries with a majority vote, and it is recorded that the ICDP is abstaining due to the reasons mentioned. Thank you very much. We are at item E78, commencement of the ward delimitation process. Request to delegate a GIS or planning official to attend the technical consultations regarding board delimitation. Can I please have a proposal in terms of the recommendations?
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'll propose.
Thank you very much, Councillor Porta. Can I have a seconder?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Ek ondersteun die item.
Alderman Delamain. Any questions of clarity? Councillor Machesini.
Enkosi, Madam Speaker. Sayibona le item uba makunikwe i-official bazikwazi ukuya pha. Into besizayicela ke Madam Speaker uba zonke iiphathi zinikwe ithuba lokuba nazo zikwazi ukuba phaa ziyojonga uba kwenzeka ntoni. Ngoba apha kuzawusetyenzwa ipolitiki apha. Enkosi, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Machesini. I am assuming that the council has got the answer. Please
Madam
proceed,
Speaker,
Councillor Ward.
thank you. Not to answer on behalf of the administration, but this was just a request by the municipal demarc. On parliamentary which political parties like ourselves and the ANC will participate is still coming. And that is the MDB that is running that process. It's independent from us, and it's independent from the municipality, and all questions should be raised towards them.
Thank you for answering, Council Whip. Clarity in terms of the process and what the item is about in front of us. Councillor Baron.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think yesterday in the PLC meeting, we interrogated this point, and this was actually a request from the IC. So this is a political process that has nothing to do with officials. So the political parties of the PLC, they must go back and all of them must give in their proposals, and the IEC will make their decision. So this is a political process. Thank you.
Madam Speaker.
Councillors, if I can just, in
Madam
terms
Speaker, just a point of clarity.
Ek wil dieselfde nog gedoen het. Punt 2 in die aanbevelings is duidelik.
Just see of this process, the board, independent, and all proposals submitted to them. The IEC do not submit proposals on behalf of parties.
Thank you, Councillor Botha. Councillors, in terms of point 2 of the recommendation, it's very clear that the municipal manager nominate relevant officials to attend the technical consultation session arranged by the MDB. So the item in front of us is for the MM to nominate an official to then on behalf of the municipality represent at that board. That's for council to approve. Thank you, Councillor Mkontu.
Thanks, Madam Speaker. We full support that. But we also saying that the officials must also assist the resident and the political parties, because this process of demarcation, it will need the residents and the political parties. So whatever they will assist there in setting the boundaries, they must be also consulted with the community.
Thank you very much. And of course, indeed, no official is part of political interference. They're neutral, and it's just for assistance. Is there any objection to the item?
No, Madam Speaker, thank you. I just want to say the only point that I wanted to make is we know the demarcation board is an independent board, but political parties, all of them, will get an opportunity to make their proposals how they feel it must be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that confirms what the council whip also in his response said. It's the same thing. Political parties will get their chance. Thank you. Item is 78 carries with a mandate to the MM then to nominate an official. Item E79, notice of motion in terms of Rule 50 of the rules regulating the conduct of meetings of the Council of the Mossel Municipality, free RDP housing. We have the item in front of Council with the recommendations 1 to 2 in terms of Council to take cognizance. The letter of the ANC Chief Whip and then also the response. Thank you very much. Can I please have a proposer?
Madam Speaker, earlier today the ANC indicated that they will withdraw the motion. As it is their motion, we will not speak to it.
Thank you very much. Councillor Botha speaking on behalf of the governing party. See the light of Councillor Mkuntu and then Councillor Dabula. Councillor Mkuntu.
Luckily, Madam Speaker, I've noticed that we've been indicating that we didn't put any motion. And the person that put the motion or who agreed that there must be that our question must be a motion, I think you want to represent the ANC. We will welcome that person if he joins the membership of the ANC.
The item is withdrawn. Thank you very much. We are then at the last item for the open council meeting. Thank you very much. And we note that our councillor is excusing himself. Item E80, alleged breach of code of conduct. Councillor Van Dijk. We have the recommendations listed 1 to 2. This is a referral to the Code of Conduct Committee. Can I have a proposal, please?
Madam Speaker, I propose.
Councillor Leroux is proposing. Can I have a seconder? Can I have a seconder, please?
Madam Speaker, I will second.
Councillor Delamain is seconding. Councillor Whip?
Madam Speaker, just an amendment to that proposal. In terms of the Code of Conduct, a Secundi must be nominated, and that Secundi should be Councillor Marilyn.
Councillor Kannemeyer nominated as Secundi. The amendment Councillor Leroux is comfortable with, and the seconder can confirm that also. Thank you very much. No objection. Item referred to the committee. Thank you. Please.
No, Madam Speaker. I think on this item we have things that we're supposed to get. I don't know whether we'll get on the or as a committee, as a Code of Conduct committee. But previously we've noticed that they are appearing on the item.
Thank you very much. The item is being referred to the committee, and the committee then will have everything that they need. Thank you, Councillor Mkonto. Everything. Thank you very much. Councillor Van Dijk can come back into the chambers. Last item, additional item, open council meeting. Item E81. It is the minutes of the disciplinary board meeting that was held on the 18th of March 2025. So this is the minutes. We record Councillor Van Dijk is back. Thank you very much. Can I have a proposal for councillors, for council in terms of the recommendation to take cognizance?
Madam Speaker, I will propose that we take cognizance.
Thank you very much, Councillor Botha. Can I have a seconder, please?
Madam Speaker. I will second the item.
Alderman Delamain, is there any comments or questions from the item? Councillor Machesini, I see your light.
Enkosi, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, you may proceed.
Ngokwale mizuzu sibona imali engaka elahlekayo. Ngokuthetha kwa CFO wokuqala wayethi zonke imeasures sinazo. Zokuba kungalahleki into apha kulo masipala. Umbuzo ngoku izawubuya njani le mali, izawuthini? Singake sicaciselwe ngokwale bhodi ebonele le meko. Enkosi.
Councillor Machesini, is there any other questions of clarity? None, Municipal Manager.
Chairperson, Speaker, I think the recommendations is quite clear that council take cognizance, the decision goes through council, and from there the actions will start. If you look at point 9, recommendation number 9 says that the municipal manager as accounting officer must now act to firstly see that we get the money back, do everything in our power, and to see if there are officials who committed misconduct. So those processes will follow from now on. So it's absolutely transparent, Speaker.
Indeed, thank you very much, Municipal Manager. That concludes then the end of our open council meeting. And I would like to thank the media and the members of the public, those who joined us virtually, for being part of our March council meeting. Have a lovely day. Council will proceed to close session. En jy eet tennis biscuits, ek sien jou.